need to see this.
You need to tell her to stop or witness her finish the whole thing.
I've told you once, and I'm not going to say it again. Stop showing off. Steady your legs and breathe, damn it.
He's getting invested now, he's telling her.
Well, she's not giving up.
Yeah, I think she's convincing them. Yeah, they're all, yeah. Prove yourself, girl, that's good. Oh, you go. I'm so proud.
Stay calm, girl.
The fact that he's the one giving her
You change your
advice.
speech now?
Yeah. She's gonna do it. Let's go. Come on.
Come on,
Don't
Ciri.
give up. Prove to them that you're not a fucking princess that belongs in a fucking castle. Because you're not. You're a warrior. Yes! Hey!
He's proud.
Yeah. Oh, look at her go! They're all proud! Woohoo! Almost!
She did it.
But she got to the end! They're so proud. Look at Lambert who's probably gonna be like, I taught her that. Your landing was shit.
So close.
Yeah.
You have committed treason
But he's
against
proud.
one of our
It's close
own.
enough for me.
Yennefer Vengerberg survived fire magic, survived capture by elves, and now returns to these hallowed halls unscathed?
No.
And we're to unquestioningly believe that she's here with good intentions. I'm not saying she is the enemy.
No.
That sounds like it.
Do you?
He's manipulating the crowd. Letting their beliefs in elves and stuff turn
Want to defend
their opinion. Because she wasn't popular with the crowd before anyway. I hope they don't cast her aside because of
We have
politics.
no other choice.
Seriously?
To prove your innocence, you will have to kill the Nilfgaardian prisoner.
Is this Vilgefortz talking or you?
The hero kills the enemy.
Which will prove what?
That you are not a spy!
Or that I am a killer!
And tell them the truth.
What?
That you are not a threat because you have lost your magic.
Okay, talking about this now.
I know you to your core. Your pain is my pain.
Triss's scarred, Sabrina's bruised, we're all in pain.
Yes. Yes, we are.
For a month, I've searched the continent, trying every herb, every potion, every spell, to get back what I had. What I deserve. Tell me how to save myself. I cannot. I don't believe you!
Maybe you're just tapped out.
I would have done anything. But what is lost is lost.
But she'll get it back. She'll fucking get it back. We don't know how yet.
Without it, I'm nothing.
Not true. That's the insecurities talking.
From the moment we met, you have been trying to fill a void. Power couldn't do it, even when you had it at your fingertips. What makes you think it's the answer now?
Because it's all I have left!
Almost had it.
You've got this!
When a witcher cracks his skull, all we need do is stick him in a cot and fill him with Veritum, Spurge, and Hawthorn. Chances are, he'll survive. You do not have that luxury.
You said we catch fear, that you have to face it, you mustn't just give up.
True. But you gotta think about your survival also.
That's right. But you have to train first.
Then let me train.
The right way.
I want to be a great fighter. And not just against sacks of straw.
I've known many who wanted to be great fighters in my time.
All dead.
Do you know where they are now? In cemeteries.
No, it's true. Listen to him. He's got a lot more experience than you.
Like couple of centuries.
But then again, she's got the pressure of the crowd.
I know.
And her own pressure.
She's in a hurry to be strong.
Yeah. It was coming for her. But it's not her fault. Because, like, I know that's why they blame her and him by proxy for what happened last episode, but it's not her fault.
Why do you care?
That brings questions.
You keep looking down.
Yay.
That's why you lose
They're
your
helping.
battles. Your enemies aren't on the ground.
So that's what she gained from the parkour. And that's good because they all, I mean, they're all good, but they probably have things that they're better at. So?
That strange feeling that you get like someone's coming after you. Can you describe it to me?
A pull. It's like I'm being pulled.
Pulled towards what?
I don't know.
If you were to follow that feeling, where would it take you?
What?
Is it the same deathless mother than the others?
I hope not.
Or we'll see it right now, so maybe not. Oh shit.
And it's gonna be dragged by a fucking tree.
The hand in the wall.
Slashy.
That's freaking cool, by the way.
We were missing a monster this episode. Careful it doesn't infect you. Why did you give her a sword? Oh shit! What the fuck? Are they fighting over who's gonna get her? So you don't get the girl, I get the girl. This world is terrifying. How did it get there? It's way too fast.
That's so weird. Thank you.
No, but it doesn't want to hurt her. It kind of, I mean, first episode, she was a monster and she was reaching out to her because she could feel she was more like her than like witchers or humans. So perhaps there's that. Because it wasn't hurting her. It was reaching out.
Less than perfect means death.
Sir Laszlo will be proud.
But you still gotta train more.
Can you at least tell me what purpose my death serves now?
Absolution.
Mine.
Hers.
Mine.
If the white flame asks for my sacrifice, I am ready for the darkness. It is in blindness that we find our true strength.
Unless she admits that she doesn't have any powers anymore.
She could do that. She's afraid to admit it. Then he just said, in blindness we find true strength. I think that maybe she needs that to be powerless to truly find her worth.
In Sodden, we banded together to fight not only for the future of magic, but for the future of the continent. Tragically, our victory came at a great cost.
Vaniel of Bruges.
Look there, Visimir. Sorceress that saved Sodden.
Think she'll put on a fiery display for us tonight, full test?
I've heard mages embed these events with spells to prevent magic.
Yes, well, my advisor Dijkstra says she's worth
You're not even
keeping an
listening
eye on.
to the names of the fallen. Like, that's why you're
They
supposed
don't
to be
care.
here. I know.
They don't care about that.
Our most trusted advisors.
trustworthy.
That's not gonna be good though if they stop listening, because we don't need more division.
We must unite again against a common enemy. The North, kings and mages alike. This is what strength looks like.
A minute ago, they were saying they couldn't trust you anymore. If you have too much power, the people who are supposed to be in power are not going to trust you because they want that power. Doesn't matter if you're good. Doesn't matter what you've done. If you're powerful, people are going to be like, yee.
Free yourself. Reclaim your power. Simply say the words.
Okay. I didn't think she was gonna free him, but okay.
They cannot use their magic right now, right?
No. I think that's the only reason why that worked.
Come on then.
Interesting.
Why save me?
Don't flatter yourself. I'm saving me.
Yeah.
She's
course.
not gonna lose herself by killing you.
Or be a puppet to others. Because there's that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
To say I was proud.
I don't know about that.
Well, maybe a bit.
Well, she's got a soft spot for her, so even if she turns against the entire Brotherhood, I don't think she can ever hate her. But I don't think she was happy, or she's gonna be happy with what she just did, because she literally claimed. Well, she kind of.
She freed a prisoner.
No, she's declared herself traitor right there.
I know.
She kind of said like they were. She was supposed to prove she wasn't a spy, and now she freed him. So.
Yeah, that doesn't. That
doesn't sound good.
Sounds good for her.
In a way, it goes like killing him would be against what she believes. It's against, you know, like she doesn't see the point. And I mean, to prove herself, like she always has to prove herself. No matter what she does, there's always an asshole around to tell her that that wasn't good enough, or you've got, you know, how come? Like I said, like if you're in power and someone powerful comes along, no matter what they do, you're gonna be like judging that person based on that power, not her deeds or, you know, what she stands for, just her power.
Yeah.
She showed a lot of strength at that battle. And right away, like, the people in charge are like, oh, like, tell me your secret. And you know, like, they want that secret, and then they turn around and they judge her and insult her for being, you know, quarter health. So, like, bitch, what do you want? They want power. That's all there is. So, yeah, that asshole, whose name I keep, you know, not remembering.
Strongerborn.
Yeah. Strongerborn? That guy. He just wants to be in control. He was, you know, elves hurt him back in the day, and that's the thing. Like old people that have been around for too long, they carry with them experiences and opinions that might be outdated, but they don't change. Like the fact that they lived that long might not be a good thing for people that are in charge, because they remember things that used to be and they maybe cannot adapt to how things are now. So I think his past experiences with elves, no matter what truly happened, because like obviously the winners write history. Being a historian and stuff, you gotta look at both sides, because you don't really know. Like sometimes there are literal lies written in history books, so you gotta be really careful when trying to learn about what happened back then, because the winners are gonna tell you what happened, and they're gonna make it sound like they were perfect when they were not. So no matter what happened back then, because I don't believe his story, he lost his hands apparently, which is fucked up. But he came out of it with a strong opinion against elves.
Well, we already knew that this guy...
well, first episode,
wasn't good.
First episode, he was hunting the girl,
He was hunting the girl, and he was saying his own narrative about it.
He's got a strong, twisted opinion, I think, about elves, about women, and just how he sees people that he can control or he can't understand. But I think women and elves are the two that came out the most in the first episode and in this episode, and Yennefer is both. sort of. So he's a problem, and obviously he wants to stay in control, whereas Tisea and that other guy, who I really don't know what to think about him, because I swear we saw him kill his people.
Guys. Yeah. I mean, this guy is still on my cautious list. Like, I need to keep an eye on him, because I don't know if we can trust him.
I don't know either. Like
he had his hidden agenda.
Or maybe it was a fluke. Like, maybe we thought we saw something and we didn't, but for sure I thought he turned on his people in the fights. So.
Oh, shit. Wrong guy.
Which, I mean, every time I see a war story or movie, I always think that this must have happened. There's no way you're in the chaos of battle. There's no way you don't turn around eventually and hit someone from your side.
Why me? Why me?
But still, Yennefer being strong, a strong woman that doesn't really listen to the Brotherhood. She doesn't follow their rules. She has always done, well, at first she did what they wanted, but she's constantly she went against what they wanted constantly.
Yeah.
And like just the fact that they wanted to send her to Nilfgaard, and she was like, fuck Nilfgaard, I don't want to. And so she flirted her way into another kingdom. Like from the beginning, she's been doing what she wants because she found this strength that she thought, was hers, and it is hers. Mm-hmm. And that strength was her revenge, her way to get back at the world who judged her for what she was. Now she lost that strength, but still people remember that strength, and they look at her as this strong woman with elf blood and they're threatened. And she's the hero of the battle, so there's a good chance that people are going to look up to her more and stuff. So yeah, she's not in a good position, but doing that, that's bad. Then again, I don't know.
Honestly, what you said, that there is strength and blindness, I think that it's gonna be
true for her.
True for her, because if in her mind she don't think that her strength, her worth is only when she has powers. Yeah. That's not it.
But that's because before
she needs to find her own strength without a power, without being a mage. Like
it's her trauma
herself.
It's trauma that she hasn't dealt with in years, and it's because before finding out that she had powers, that she could control chaos and stuff, she thought of herself as nothing. Like she was the piglet. She was like she was ugly, and then she was worth nothing. Like she was worth less than a pig in the eyes of her family.
Yeah.
So those emotions, those views of herself, that doesn't disappear. And now that she's lost the thing that she thought made her different, stronger, she would think of herself as worthless. But she's not worthless. She's a strong person with a strong personality. She's got Geralt, who fell all over her, fell in love with her. He didn't fall in love with her powers. He fell in love with her. I get it. Like she's still pissed at him, but she's got him out there.
True.
So yeah, she has stuff. Like she could have a future. She can't have a kid, but Geralt managed. You can still find a way. So she focuses on the bad, and because her insecurities make her forget about the good. But perhaps this is gonna help her see the worth in herself, and then she's gonna get her powers back. But I am worried that the whole plan with the deathless mother and stuff is gonna be bad, because I don't know, like it was clear manipulation to me, and everyone seems to be aware of it, but they're all going with it. So I'm like, we'll see. But I didn't like last episode's scene where she was literally giving them what they wanted.
Yeah.
But she didn't look like she was giving it without a price.
Yeah.
So it looked like she needed them to say yes. Like she needed them to take what she was giving them. So in my opinion, it's because there's a place she wants them to be.
From what I understood, they understood that someone was trying to play them, but since it was going with their own narrative, what they wanted to do, they just went
well, the other two girls, I can't blame them for that. And it's interesting because, again, like in a good TV show with a good script and stuff, like you cannot say this is the bad side, this is the good side. Like this episode, usually we say Nilfgaard is the bad side. Nilfgaard is the enemy.
Because we are on the other side.
Yeah, but this episode, you've got Yennefer, who literally twists things around. And, the bad guys, to me, this episode, are the Brotherhood. And these people. And it's their way of doing things might be, like, I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's the way to go. Doesn't mean that Nilfgaard's way to go is the best way to go either. Because, again, like we said it, what they say they want is good. Like, why they're doing this, like, they all feel good. They all feel protected. Like, even the guy was changing sides. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Really bad with names. He was changing sides. Like, he's hearing people say, like, oh, we have a good quality of life and stuff. So, but then again, it's not because you have a good quality of life that what you want to spread and the way you want to spread it is good. Like there's an ulterior motive.
Like I said, even if your end is the good one, the means to go to the end matters still.
Okay, let me make let me make a comparison to Avatar: The Last Airbender. But if you don't want to be spoiled about, well, it's not a spoiler, but because it's literally the story.
It's been 84 years since its end, so come on.
Still, if you remember, there's an episode where we see how the war started, and I was about to say Avatar Roku, but it's not him. Sozin, the Fire Lord, was saying, you know, that they've managed to reach a point of prosperity in his land, you know, because they developed a way to process metal, and they created vehicles and you know, machines and stuff, and they're rich and powerful, and they're growing, and their strength is bigger and bigger every day. So he's saying, you know, we prosper. So the people under him are saying our quality of life is good. Like, we don't fear for anything. We're strong. We're proud of our country and stuff. So they don't have anything bad to say about their country. They're actually happy to be living there because they have all this technology. Mm-hmm. And then Sozin goes and says, we should share this prosperity with everyone else who don't have the this opportunity. They don't have, you know, the same quality of life. So we should share it with them. But his version of sharing it is pushing it on others, forcing others to change their ways so they can adapt to the Fire Nation. And if they don't, they're gonna kill you.
So basically colonization.
Yes. Basically yeah. Literally. And that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. They think, well, actually, your example is a lot better than just an anime. But Avatar is good.
Well, but we all know that with colonization, we had so much bad stuff. And also good stuff, because we wouldn't be here without it, honestly.
Yes, but the bad stuff wasn't necessary, and it's with those ways.
I know.
It's this way of thinking that led to all the hurt and stuff. Like, we're the survivors from that, so we're fine. But the people that died didn't deserve to die because some asshole thought his way of life was better. Because that's really what happened. They thought that they were living the life, and they had, you know, access to technology and advancement and stuff, and then religion was a big thing, and they wanted to share that with the people, but their version of sharing it was to force it on people. And that's what I see whenever we're on the other side
with
in
their
the show.
white flame speeches,
Yeah, because, like, I get it. You were saved by the white flame. When Fringilla says it, I can't blame her. Same with the elves. Like, they want a future, and they're being given that by the white flame, so they're gonna trust in it because it's a good way of life. But what does it mean for everyone else?
Death.
So I can't completely, I can understand it, but I can't follow that way of thinking. Then again, doesn't mean that the others' way of thinking and their brotherhood, well, I'm saying the brotherhood, but they're not in charge technically, but the brotherhood itself is tainted. It's rotten a little bit.
Well, I mean, there are all sorts of power in, what's the name again, where, the HQ for the mages, what's this name again?
Well, the place, I keep forgetting.
I mean,
Aretuza?
Aretuza. Their own energy came from people that they transform into eels.
There's that.
Magic eels.
There's the fact that they stole that knowledge from the elves, and they literally pushed the elves aside. They killed them. They stole their magic, and now they're being racist against the elves who just want to get back. Like, that's the same thing with the story. You changed the story and made them the villains, when in fact, you're the ones that showed up and stole from them. So what they did wasn't good, and the lords, like, there's no trust on their side. They're afraid of their own advisors. They're talking, during the fucking memorial, they're talking about keeping an eye on the mages because, you know, they might be too strong and we might have to get rid of them. So their system is broken. So yet again, like, there's no good side. There's no way to go. So we gotta look at the little people. People like Geralt, people like Yennefer, people like Ciri, who are
caught in the middle.
in the middle, not with anyone per se, but they're kind of trying, you know, they're trying to find their place, but they have the power to eventually make changes, Ciri especially. So,
yeah, speaking about her.
Yeah, we'll switch to Ciri now. I mean, it's the last thing we need to talk about.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
First of all, I am really proud of her.
Oh.
I love when someone is being pushed down over and over again, being told, you know, you're not
being
capable
down,
and stuff, and then they prove them wrong. To the point where the guy who literally was lashing out at her because he's pissed that he lost a brother, because he knows, like, they all know, well, I don't think they have proof, but now we kind of have proof, but they didn't have proof that she brought the monster here, but I think there's a reason why, like, they haven't seen that before. There's stuff mutating, there's monsters getting in.
She got there and shit went down. So
that's the thing. She got there and things went rough. So they're blaming her, which is bullshit because it's not her fault. And they were kind of taking it out on her. But the fact that that guy specifically was the one training her in the end, you proved yourself, and that's good.
And that's because she, even though that she went down over and over again, she got up every single time.
In a way, that was necessary. But then again, I also believe that from now on, you gotta listen to Geralt. Because he's right, though. Like, training to be a hero is one thing. You know, training to be a powerful warrior. Someone who's gonna kick ass on the battlefield and, you know, come out, you know, people are gonna remember that name and stuff, but they don't live long, these people. They don't live long because they are not being careful. Sometimes I think being a Witcher means sometimes you gotta step back, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. Stand down, run away if you have to. Not that they will, because I don't think they will, but what he's teaching her is survival. Not how to fight is part of it, but not how to be a hero. You know? Not how to be a powerful warrior. That comes with it, but survival is different.
Don't train with a thing in mind that you want to be a hero, because that's going to get you killed.
Understand your limits. Like, I think it's because she feels so powerless all the time, and they are reminding her that she's powerless by teasing her and telling her, you know, go back to your castle and stuff. So it was fueling her anger, and I get it. But then again, that makes you forget your limits. And like he was saying, you know, if you get hit in the head and stuff, and you know, you crack your skull, you won't have the luxury of being back on your feet later. You know, you got to understand your limits. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you can do what they do, but it's a process. You got to take the steps to get there. Can't just climb the mountain all the time.
Like I said at the beginning, it's a good thing to push yourself.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you won't improve. But know your limits. You know?
That's when you're out there alone fighting monsters. If you're like, oh, I want to prove something, you know, I want to prove myself, and then you start killing monsters. You start killing monsters over and over and over again, and you don't think about eating or sleeping or taking care of yourself. Eventually, you'll be too tired and you'll die.
Yep.
So survival is not just about being a hero or being strong. It's about understanding that you have limits. She's got to understand that. I think she is. She is understanding that there because she was about to die. So if it wasn't for the monster being like reaching out and stuff, which is weird. But then like first episode, same thing with the monster was like, I feel like you're more like me. She's different. So maybe the monsters reach out because they see her more as a monster than a human. It's all a mystery, but we'll get there. But if it wasn't for that, she would be dead. Anyway, it was a good episode. Good episode. By the way, I gotta say, like, no shame to everyone else, but Yennefer truly brings it, acting-wise, in every episode. Yeah. She's being, like, season 1, she was usually the one they gave the big speeches and the big scenes and the crying and the big emotions
scenes,
too. Yeah, and I think season 2, even the subtle emotions and stuff, she's usually the one that brings it more. Because Geralt hides it anyway.
Well, they're not supposed to have emotion.
Yeah, Ciri is good too. Ciri's, you know, this episode I thought, you know, the message was being told to us really well. You know, the reasons why she needs to keep going and stuff. Like, she's not saying anything, but it was being told to us through her looks, so that was cool. But Yennefer brings it every episode. So I just shout out to her because she's really doing well.
All right.
yeah.
So that's it. That was episode 3, guys.
That was episode 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already, so you can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one shall be on YouTube next week, guys. So wait for it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.